real quick masterclass teaching you how to build your credit and repair it at the same time. Right, super excited. Y'all do me a favor, share this to your feed, share this to your feed, share this to your story for me. Even if you're not gonna stay for the whole show, you might have someone and your friends that need to hear what I'm about to say today. I'm about to give some real good gems on building your credit while it's being repaired at the same time so you can get faster results. What's up, Jana? How you doing? We got Instagram popping. We on Facebook and we got YouTube. So if y'all on any of those platforms, share this to two people. Share this to at least two people right now and let them know I'm talking about building credit scores. Just get this thing popping. Right. Before we begin, I want to share this classroom link to Facebook, right? I won't be able to do it Instagram, I'm sorry. But if you click the link in my bio and join from my actual Facebook, you'll have access to getting this direct class where we discussing, we're leaving comments. You know, every time I go by a point, you're able to leave a question directly in the classroom. So I'm gonna drop that link on Facebook right now. Let's see, how can I share this link? Okay, let's go to Facebook real quick. Yeah, we're gonna get started in about 30 seconds. I promise you. I'm just dropping this link on Facebook right now. Right. So if you click that link, you'll be able to join the actual classroom where we're talking about this stuff. Talking about, and you'll be able to see the slides as well. I know you guys on Instagram, you can't see anything because on Facebook, I have a slideshow going and you're able to see actual visuals. So click the link in my bio if you're on Facebook and go to my Facebook and click and join that way. All right, cool. We about to get started in about 15 seconds. All right, let's get popping. Let me share my screen. And we're gonna get popping. All right, share my screen here. Yo, good to go. How y'all feeling? I want to welcome y'all to my masterclass today. We're going to talk about building your credit while it's being repaired. I love a lot of engagement. So if you're watching, leave comments. If I talk about anything that go over your head, if you just have a question, leave comments. I will answer all questions, especially you ones that are here in the class. Definitely appreciate you guys joining my masterclass today. If you do me a favor, share this to your feed. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, share it to your story. We're about to hop on in. I'm going to be talking about building your credit while it's being repaired at the same time. Now, I want to introduce myself for some of you guys that may not know me. My name is D. Saul. I'm a real estate agent, licensed in Louisiana and Florida. I'm also helping people in all 50 states. Right now, I'm in Atlanta helping buyers and soon to be in Texas as well. What I've been doing for the last 3 or 4 years of my life have been literally helping people build their credit so they can buy into real estate, whether you want to invest in real estate or whether that you just want to buy your first home, whatever it is. That's what I've been doing and been very successful at it. If you on Facebook or Instagram, click my link in my bio and read my testimonials. It's probably people that you know, probably some family or friends that you know, especially if you're in the New Orleans or Orlando area. I've been helping people build credit to buy homes for quite some time. I'm super proud of that. All right. And today, what we're going to be talking about, man, we're going to briefly talk about credit. We're going to talk about 3 steps to start building. I'm going to teach you how to dispute negative accounts. And then I'm going to show you some credit builders that y'all can add. These are credit builders that you can add that won't leave a hard inquiry on your credit report, and it'll boost your credit score instantly. These are things that you can do without paying expensive monthly credit repair fees, y'all. We about to hop in. Like I said, I love engagement, right? So if you're on this webinar, If you got questions, I really, really appreciate your engagement, your participation. Right, we're gonna start this off. Um, Leave your credit score range in the comments. Leave your credit score range. Don't be ashamed. This is a very safe space. I was once in your shoes. I had a 500 some credit score. I wrote a book on how I fixed that 500 credit score to a 700 plus within 6 months. That's also in the bio. I talked about my journey of how I wanted a job, got the job, and got that job snatched away from me. Why? Because my credit score was low. Yeah, that's crazy. Having a good credit score actually affects your job amongst affecting how much interest that you're paying. You know, a lot of people are renting right now. You're renting homes right now, and you have no say so on how much your rent keep increasing because you can't afford to go buy a home because your credit score is low, right? Your car interest rate is super high, right? These are all the reasons why it's super, super important to boost your credit score. Even if you got decent credit, let's say you're at a 650, the steps that I'm going to give you today is going to help you go from a 650 to an 800 credit score within 6 months, y'all. Credit repair is super, super easy. And I just need people to know this. A lot of credit repair companies going to hate the information that I give y'all because it's going to show you and empower you to be able to repair your own credit without paying all those monthly fees. Right. And that's what I'm here for. All right. So let's get the popping. I want to talk about the good news, right? Any credit score can be repaired, in my opinion, within 1 year. On average, it takes about 6 to 8 months for an average credit report or someone's credit to get repaired. But if you give yourself a clean year, you can repair any credit report, right? 4 of every 5 credit reports in the world, right, have an error on their credit report, right? That means 80% of you. That means if I put 5 of you guys in a room, 4 of you have errors on your credit report. And what the credit bureaus do is they bank on the fact that people don't know how to check their credit, don't want to check their credit, so they put it on there anyway. This is a huge benefit for people that actually do check their credit and dispute information on their credit report because now that puts the credit bureaus to work. Now they actually have to go verify that information. I'm going to teach you all about that later on, right? Guys, it's times where I used to have a credit repair company. I used to just dispute every single thing with my client, right? Disputed everything. And I was amazed at how much just was come off just off the fact that credit bureaus do not know how to verify most of your accounts, right? I talked in another video about how they use third-party companies like LexisNexis to verify your information. And a lot of people don't know they can freeze their social security number with LexisNexis through SageStream, and that would prevent the credit bureaus to be able to verify anything on your credit report, right? So if they can't use who they use to verify your accounts, what did that leave? Deletion after deletion, and a lot of people just don't know this information, right? First step, freezing your social security with LexisNexis is going to help you get crazy disputes. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Do I have any questions about that? Any questions? Any questions? All right, let's move it popping. All right, credit. What is a credit score? Right? It's that 3-digit number that you see when you open up Credit Karma, right? It is a summary of how well you manage accounts that you borrow money from, right? So if you got a loan, if you have a credit card, or anything that you actually borrow money from, the credit score is based on your ability to pay those things back, right? So if you make payments on time every month, you should have a good credit score. If you don't make payments on time every month, then chances are your credit scores are a little bit low, right? So the very, very key thing about a credit score is a number indicating how well you pay things back on time, right? The range is anywhere from, believe it or not, 450 on up to an 850, depending on if you use a Vantage score or a FICO. And if you got any scores below 650, you're considered average. And if you got 650 or better, right, you're either good or excellent in the credit bureau eyes. Okay, so credit score is the 3-digit number that shows how well you pay things back. What's on my credit file? Things like your credit cards, things like loans, right? If you have student loans, auto loans, personal loans, anything where you apply with your social security number and get money to borrow and have to pay it back is typically going to be on your credit report. right? Lines of credits, right? If you have a mortgage, right? And also they include derogatory or negative accounts that's on your credit report, right? So if you got collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, repossessions, all of that will also be on your credit file. Do I have any questions about what is considered on what will be on your credit report? I feel like all of y'all are a bunch of gurus today. I'm not nearly getting as many questions as I usually get, right? So I got a bunch of gurus in the audience tonight. I love that. I love that. I need y'all to come to the I Fix Your Credit for Free Facebook group and teach everything you know, right? I need y'all gurus to come over to the Facebook group and teach everything y'all know. I need some participation. I need participation. What's up? I see y'all on Instagram. I need some more participation, right? Okay. So I got a question. What about my cable bill? Is that considered an item on my credit report? Actually, no, right? Things that you pay, such as utility bills or your phone bill, if you didn't necessarily apply for it and you borrowed money from it, then chances are it's not reported on your credit report. Right now, you can utilize things like your utility bills or your phone bills or electricity bills, even your rent. You can use those to build your credit, and we'll talk about that in a little bit later, right? I actually wrote a blog about that. If you click the link in my bio, I talked about 5 different ways you can boost your credit and 5 different credit boosters that you can add. And yes, you can use your rent to boost your credit score. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna move on. My motto for credit repair, right? You got to stop the bleed. That's the very first thing you got to do, right? If you got derogatory accounts, they say you have an open credit card and it's right now it's past due. Each month that it reports past due, that's another late payment on your credit report. So if you're 90 days past due, it's gonna be a ding and it's gonna show 3 months worth of late payments on your credit report. So the very first step, y'all, is to stop the bleed. Get all of your overdue accounts, pay them up, make them current, right? That's going to instantly set you straight for your credit building journey, right? You can't build credit or repair credit if you have an account dragging you down every month, such as an overdue account. So anything that you have past due, get those things current before you even think about paying for credit repair, before you even think about building credit. Get your past due accounts current, okay? The next thing is you start repairing. We're going to talk about that in a second. But we're going to talk about disputing, right? If you're using a credit repair company, right? Repairing the negative items on your credit report. This is actually half the job, y'all. Just because you're getting credit repair doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the results that you want to do. You want to get. That's why I'm doing this class to show you how to build it while it's being repaired. So after you stop the bleed, repair, right? Dispute your negative items. Pay your credit card balances under 30%, right? These are the things that you have to do. Step 2. And the last step, I'm going to show you how to build, right? Add in the right credit boosters, credit builders, add in the right secured loans, secured credit cards, right? Paying your credit cards down a certain way. Add in the right credit mix. That's the next thing that you'll have to do while it's being repaired. What this does is it speeds up your process. It speeds up your process. You got your accounts getting repaired over here, and then you have your account getting built over here. You're building credit boosters, right? 6 months or less, you can get the credit score if you want, if you follow these steps. Do I have any questions about that? I appreciate y'all joining the live on Instagram. Do me a favor, share this to your story for me. It would greatly I would greatly appreciate it, and it probably can help somebody. If you're on Facebook, share it to your news feed. Right? This is going to stay on Facebook for probably about 30 days. So if you share it, someone that needs credit repair is going to see it and it's probably going to help them. These are ways that you can boost your credit and build your credit without paying a dime for credit repair. All right, we're going to move on. Let me see if I got any questions in the classroom. Keith Johnson asks, how do you freeze your social security number? I will show you. I actually have a video on my YouTube. Go to the link in my bio and go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I put a video of how to freeze your social security number with LexisNexis. right? It's on the credit repair hacks playlist. DM me if you can't find it and I'll shoot you a copy of it. But it's super simple. You can do it in about 3 minutes from your phone, or if you have a laptop, you just go to the website, put in your personal information, and your social security will be frozen with the secondary bureau. All right. You said, what is the link on Facebook? I'm not sure what you mean, bro. Can you elaborate on that question? And I'll get back to it on the next round. We're gonna move forward. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the three key steps, right? The three key steps in repairing your credit. The very first thing that you're gonna do is get a full copy of your credit report, right? Don't use Credit Karma, y'all. Credit Karma doesn't show everything. It doesn't show all of the line items on your credit report, for one thing. And another thing, it doesn't even show a whole credit bureau experience, not on Credit Karma, right? And then it uses a Vantage score. Looking at a Vantage score isn't horrible, but it's a reason why Credit Karma is free, y'all. Right, it has a lot of errors on there. It's a lot of time. I know y'all see your credit score go up or down for no reason at all, and you're wondering why. Then you go check your credit report somewhere else, and it's different. Credit Karma isn't something I would rely on, right? You can go to annualcreditreport.com, right? You get free, full, detailed credit reports there. But if you prefer something that's easy to look at, easy to read, and clearly shows what's negative and offer different things such as identity theft, I would use Smart Credit, right? I'll drop a link. Let me drop that link. I would use Smart Credit because it shows you everything. And if you're repairing your credit yourself, right? What it does is it shows you a three bureau credit report, right? And it shows a breakdown of every credit report or credit account that you have on your credit report with each bureau side by side, making it super easy for you to scan it and see what's an error, right? If this credit bureau has something and this other credit bureau has something different, then somebody is lying. So that means there's an inaccuracy somewhere. That means they have to remove any inaccurate information on your credit report, right? That's a simple trick on getting stuff removed from your credit report. So I highly suggest companies like Smart Credit. Let me drop that link. Let me drop that link here. Drop it in the classroom. Instagram, you're gonna have to click the link in my bio and join from Facebook to get these links. There's no way for me to be able to leave links on here. Okay. So y'all just click the link on my bio. It shows my Facebook, right? Click on Facebook and you'll have all of this. Keith Johnson asked us, what about Experian? Experian is a good app to use. I like Experian because it actually shows your FICO report. But it only shows Experian unless you're paying for I think it's $29.99 for all three bureaus. Right. I don't necessarily suggest that because Experian is Experian, right? You can't rely on Experian to show you accurate information from Equifax and TransUnion even if you're paying for it, because they all are competitors. A lot of people think the credit bureaus are in cahoots. No, they are profit companies that are competing with each other. They are all competitors. They're no way partners, and they actually work against each other. So I wouldn't necessarily trust Experian to show me full accuracy on all three of my other bureaus, on the other two of my bureaus. Smart Credit shows all of them. Like I was saying, they give you a 3B credit report. If you use that link that I dropped, you can get a free trial for $1, right? And then I think it's $22 a month after that, right? But it shows you a full three bureau credit report, and you get a free one every month from all three of your bureaus by using that link. And it's so cool, y'all, when you look at it, especially from a laptop or a computer, right? It's going to put all three of the credit bureaus side by side for all of your accounts. And it's going to show you without you even expanding an account to see everything, whether that account is negative. And it'll tell you whether if two of them match, one of them match, or none of them match. It's going to tell you that. If it's negative and you see nothing match, bing, 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 you're going to go to that account and find the inaccuracy, and that's what you're going to use to get it deleted from your credit report, y'all. It's super simple. So the first thing you do is get a full copy of your credit report. Y'all can use that link and try Smart Credit for $1. Do I have any questions about Smart Credit or how to get a credit report? Got any questions? Any questions? What is that? All right, we're gonna move on. Number two, you're gonna look for common errors. We just talked about that. Some of the key things that I would look for is the date that it was open, right? A lot of times they incorrectly do late payments. So if you're looking on your credit report and you see a late payment in June for one bureau and August the next for the other bureau, then that's an inaccuracy. Somebody is wrong. So I will use that. The date that the last information reported, right? Anything that's inaccurate on the credit report is grounds for deletion, right? Per the FCRA, everyone is entitled to a 100% accurate, fully accurate credit report. So it can't be any inaccuracies on there, right? If you have, wrong addresses, have wrong names on your credit report, I would dispute all of that information. The reason why I would dispute that information is because for two reasons. One is because you don't want anything pulling up from a wrong address or a wrong name when the credit bureaus are running that address or that name. There's a chance that their negative item, that incorrect name, could land on your credit report, and it could negatively affect your credit, and then you have to go through the dispute process to get it removed. So make sure it's clean. And the other thing is because it's a sign that you may have some identity theft going on, right? There may be someone applying for something in your name with a different address, right? And you can use this actually on your dispute, under your disputes, and say, "Hey, my identity was stolen, and this account is not mine, so please delete it." And you would be surprised at how many things get deleted from simple things just like that. My guy asked me what I think about Credit Karma. Um, what I think about Credit Karma is that it's good to just kind of go on there and see, what accounts are on my credit report, right? It does a good job of letting you know what your credit utilization is, right? You click in, it tell you that, tell you how many late pays, your payment history, things like that. But that's it, right? It doesn't really comprehensively show you much about your credit, especially if you're into repairing it. So I would use it, but I would use it just to look at things, right? If I'm actually managing my credit and I'm trying to build credit and I'm actually trying to buy a new house, new car, get better credit, 800 credit scores, then I would use a company like Smart Credit. They got other companies like Identity IQ. My Score IQ is a good one. But Smart Credit is just the most comprehensive, y'all. It's the most comprehensive. It literally shows you everything on your credit report from all three bureaus for cheap, and you can cancel at any time. That was a great question. I appreciate that. Right. If y'all catching in, I see y'all hopping in on Instagram. I see y'all hopping in. If you want to catch the beginning of this live, go to my Facebook. You click the link in my bio. It'll direct you directly to my Facebook. I drop links to get to some of these information and everything. So y'all do that for me. And next we're gonna go to the last thing, and then we're gonna be wrapping this up. Number three, you want to keep track of your disputes. Okay, so if you send a dispute letter out today, which is September 13th, right, then you should get all of the responses by within 30 days. So that would mean around August 13th. Now you do have to give the credit bureaus a little wiggle room, because it takes about 3 to 4 days for that mail to actually get there. But around 30 days is when you should be making mental note on get ready to send round two. Right. And this is important, y'all, because a lot of people send out one dispute. That is sending out one dispute does nothing. The name of the game with credit repair is to get them to properly verify everything on your credit report. So if you send out a dispute and they send you a letter saying, "Hey, it's been verified," they didn't do right. They're in violation. They need to show you verification. They need to show you how it's verified. They can't just send you something saying it's been verified. right? I teach people to send the MOV letter with this method of verification to ask them to send me proof of how you verify this account. And they have 15 days to find that information and send it back to you. They don't have the full 30 days. They have 15 days to show you the method of verification. That's the easiest way to get deletions. You send out the dispute letter, they don't see you verification, you give them 15 more days by sending the MOV letter, and after those 15 days, if they haven't properly verified, which means they sent you an itemized summary of all of your charges, they sent you letters from the original creditor giving them authorization to have that credit file. If they don't send you that within 15 days, they have to remove it. You can file a complaint. This is why I like companies like Credit Repair Hacks that keeps track of this all in your portal. We'll talk about that in a second. Right, so you want to keep track of your disputes. You can put reminders in your phone, right? You can make calendars if you're savvy with your phone. Anything that you want to do, 30 days, right? Every time you send out a letter, 30 days, right? Every 30 days, 30 to 45 days if you want to give them that buffer time, right? You send dispute round one, right? 30 to 45 days later, if they didn't send you the verification, you send the MOV, right? Send out the round two letter in another 30 to 45 days. They still don't respond, send out round three, right? You send out round three, that means you have 3 rounds. You gave credit bureaus 3 attempts to correct the inaccurate information on your credit report. So after that's done, they have to remove it. You can file a complaint. Companies like Credit Repair Hacks makes this easy for you. The only thing you do is you go in there and click the button to file a complaint. It stores all of your letters in there. If you're one of my students, I teach you how to send it certified. So you can send it certified. You have a tracking number that shows when credit bureaus receive your letter, right? You take all of that information, file a complaint, and voila. In 6 months, your credit is fixed easily. I'm going to talk briefly about how to send your dispute letters as well, right? So if you're one of my students, if you have the do-it-yourself credit repair kit, you have this already, right? And if you need access to that, I even put this in my book, right? For only $9.99. But if you have, if you're repairing your credit on your own, or if you're using companies like Credit Repair Hacks that's sending out the dispute letters for you, this is how you dispute. You want to send all of your letters by certified mail. I just told you why, right? This is so key because it gives you a tracking number on your mail. When credit bureaus receive it, they have 30 days to respond, right? If that 30 days pass by, you're able to provide proof when you file your complaint that they got this mail because this tracking number shows that it's been delivered. Easy way to get credit, get collections deleted for sure. You want to make copies. As I was saying, if you use Credit Repair Hacks writes your dispute letters for you and sends them off for you, right? They even leave a copy of it in your dashboard. So if you go file that complaint, it's already there. But if you're doing this on your own with your own dispute letters, make copies of every letter that you send, right? The next thing, you include 3 forms of identification with your letters, right? You want to show something that shows your name and address, right? You want to have 2 forms of those. You can do this with an ID. You can do this with a utility bill. Anything that shows your full name and the address where you currently receive mail. That's important because that's what they'll be responding to. And the last thing is something that shows your social security number. This could be your social security card. It could be your W-2. It could be a tax return. If it shows your name and your full social security number, this would be okay. Send in those 3 forms of identification to keep credit bureaus from doing what we call a stall tactic, right? I know a lot of you guys have to send out disputes and then they send you a letter asking you to provide more information, right? They trying to get more time to properly verify your accounts. Okay, don't give them this opportunities. Go ahead and send in all 3 forms. You send in 3 forms. So hey, I mean, how could they ask for any more information? I'm literally proving who I am, right? And per the FCRA, this is the information that verifies that you are you. right? If you use the credit repair company, I guarantee you they ask you to send you your ID and your social security card. Because when they send the letter, they're sending the letter as you. So they're sending this to cut back on the stall tactics. And if you do get a stall tactic and you sit there in your 3 forms of identification, this looks super bad when you file your complaint, right? I even have a letter in my do-it-yourself credit repair kit that threatens them. Hey, we know you're using a stall tactic. You still have 10 days left to get this item accurate or remove it from my credit report, right? Just let the credit bureaus know you mean business and you're not playing. And they bank on people not having this knowledge, and they'll, once they see that you do have the knowledge, they'll go ahead and remove it. They know that they don't want to enter a lawsuit. They don't like getting those complaints from the CFPB, from things that they're not doing correctly, right? It goes into their profit, right? They have to pay for all of these disputes, so they want to make sure that they're clean in the FCRA eyes, on the FCRA code. So this is super simple. Send out 3 forms and you'll be good. Make sure you put the date on there. The date is important, so you will know when that 30 days is up, right? You'll have that proof that, hey, I sent the letter on December 30th. It's February 2nd. It's been full over 30 days. Get this removed. Make sure you sign. And use separate letters for each of your bureaus. This may sound like common knowledge, but a lot of people are sending a letter to Equifax that's meant for TransUnion. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? Here are the addresses. If you're on Facebook, screenshot this. Screenshot these credit bureau address. That's the address from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Do I have any questions on how to send dispute letters? I see a lot of people asking about the do-it-yourself kit. So let me find a link for that and drop a link, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Here is the link here. Again, Instagram, y'all gonna have to go to Facebook to catch these links. I can't leave links on Instagram for some reason, so y'all go to Facebook. But there's the link to that. Like I said, you can just get this book for $9.99. But if you want that whole credit repair, the do-it-yourself credit repair kit with the book, you can get it for $99.99. And it has the car repo removal, it has the inquiry removal letter, it has the bankruptcy, the medical collections, it has all of your MOV letters. You have your debt validation letters if you want to send things directly to the creditor. Okay. It has goodwill adjustment letter if you got a late payment and you want to ask for a goodwill adjustment. It has to pay for delete letter if account get verified and you just want to make a settlement. I wrote a very crafted letter to get you, to pay half, or 30% of the balance that they're asking and still get that account deleted. It's all in that do-it-yourself credit repair kit. Do I have any questions about that? What's up, y'all, man? If you're a real estate agent, send this to your clients, send this to your buyers. It's definitely going to help them. I'm going to be wrapping it up soon. The next slide, I'm actually going to be talking about credit builders and how you can start building your credit ASAP right now. Okay, so one of the quickest things that you can do to build your credit, right, is to make sure you have an adequate credit mix. I'm going to do a separate live on this to talk about how to manage your credit card, but a credit mix is just showing that you have both types of debt on your credit report. So that's revolving. Revolving is anything that fluctuates over time, such as a credit card. Your payment may be $25 on this month, $35 the next month. It fluctuates. It's revolving. A credit card, line of credit, a department store card are all forms of revolving debt. And then you got to have installment debt. Installment debt is exactly what it sounds like. It's payments that are installed. Your auto loan is the same payment every month. Your house note, right? Anything that has the same payment amount every single month for a set period of time is called installment debt. You got to have one of each on your credit report to fulfill the credit mix. And that's 15% of your credit score, right? So if you don't have a credit card, go get a credit card. Score going to go up 40, 50 points. If you don't have a loan, try out one of my like self right here that's on Facebook, right? It's a secured loan, right? The days of going to drop off $1,000 and getting $1,000 loan in return, it's still there, but it's not necessary anymore. You can take advantages of companies like Self that you're basically funding your own loan, like $25 a month. And you get a lot of that back at the end of your account because they store some of the payment in the savings account for you. They only collect the interest. Right? You can pay $25 a month for Self for 2 years, and you're going to get a couple of hundred back probably in that savings account. And they're going to report it to each bureau like you're paying on a loan every month. So if you're not paying on an active loan, now if you have student loans and you're not paying on it, that doesn't count. It has to be something active that you're actively making installment payments on. So if you don't have one of those, check out the link in my bio. Go to Credit Repair Hacks, and you will see a list of all of these credit boosters. There's even ones that you can use rent, right? You can use your rent that you pay every month to build your credit score, y'all. Caught with Rent Reporters. Y'all go check that out. Link in my bio, Credit Repair Hacks. Click on Credit Boosters. Go to and look at all of those different credit boosters that you can add. Right, you can add accounts like Credit Builder Card. It's a secure credit card. A lot of people ask me all the time, how does secure credit cards work? Right? Essentially, what you're doing is you're taking a security deposit, such as 200 bucks, and you're offering it to the company in exchange for a credit card worth 200 bucks. So you have a $200 limit, right? Credit Builder Card. If you don't have a bankruptcy, you can easily get a product approved. I think it's like a 95% approval rate. Go to the link in my bio, click on Credit Repair Hacks, and go get the Credit Builder Card. Super easy way to start building credit, especially if you don't have a credit card on your credit report. And there's also unsecured credit cards on there as well, such as Milestone and the Destiny card. Y'all go check out that link, right? It has some very good accounts on there. The Milestone card, you got to have a typically, maybe like a 600 or better credit score. But if you have a 600 or better credit score, you can get a credit card with no security deposit. And neither of those accounts, including the Milestone card, doesn't leave a hard inquiry on your credit report. DM me if you need that link. Y'all send me a DM if you need that link. I'll shoot you a link so you can get that no security deposit. If you need a secured credit card with no security deposit, which makes it unsecured, leave me a DM and I'll send you that. Yep. All right, man. I got a blog. I write about this stuff all the time. As y'all can tell, I'm super passionate about it. So if you need a blog, I'm talking about all of this credit. So shoot me a DM. Follow me if you haven't already. I love talking about building credit, y'all. That's what I do. Okay. Um, this is just a little snippet of the blog. If you're on Facebook, you're seeing this slide. I talked about the best credit boosters. As I said, go to the link in my bio and click on Credit Repair Hacks. Go to that page and click on Credit Boosters. Right, so I got a very, very special treat for everyone that stayed to the end. Right now, this video, by the way, was sponsored by Credit Repair Hacks. And right now, they're offering all of my people free unlimited disputes. Right, and how this service literally works, you're able to dispute anything on your credit report. Right, and they're gonna send out and make the dispute letter for you. Right, you just selecting the accounts that you like or that you want to get deleted. I'm sorry, I know you don't like those accounts, but you're gonna select the accounts that you want to dispute. Right, you're just pressing it on your phone, and they're gonna craft you a full dispute letter. Right, and if you don't want to go to the post office and send it, they will actually send it off for you, and they'll keep a timer inside of your portal letting you know exactly when they're supposed to respond and when you're supposed to update your credit report for the next round, all from your phone. You get a personal credit coach that's kind of reminding you, hey, pay your credit card down. Try this, do that, all while you getting free unlimited disputes. You do have to pay $29 a month for your credit monitor. Right, the service is actually free, and maybe I need to start elaborating on that a little bit more. What you're paying $29 a month for is your credit report. This The $29 a month is something separate from your actual disputes. So essentially, you're getting credit repair for $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. If you do 6 months of credit repair, that's like $172, $174 actually. $174, that's cheaper than all your credit repair company. That's the startup fee for a lot of the credit repair companies. And they don't supposed to charge y'all that startup fee either. But that's a whole nother video. So if you listen to the end of this, let me drop a link. Let me drop a link. Here's that video right. You'll hear that video right there, and it'll show you exactly how it works. Let me drop that link right now. Do I have any question, guys? We wrapping it on up. We wrapping it on up. Do I have any questions from anybody? Any questions on Instagram? If I don't have any questions, I'm about to wrap this up. If you listen to this far, I appreciate you. You can go join our free Facebook group, Fix Your Own Credit for free, right? That link is also in my bio, right? I'll accept you to get in a private group today. You can go over there on my Facebook and find that we're a community that loves just helping people build their own credit without paying for credit repair fees. I give a lot of tips, get a lot of my personal gems right there in that Facebook group. So go join that group. If you had any other question, so what's your Facebook page? Hey, if you click the link in my bio, it's a link that goes directly to my Facebook. As soon as you click on it, it's gonna say go to my links, which is my website or my Facebook, and it's gonna direct you to my Facebook, and you can see all of these links. Yep. Um, like I said, go to my Facebook and you'll be able to catch the rerun of this webinar. I'll leave it up for about 30 days. You can go and watch this. It's about 40 some minutes long. If you stayed this far, I definitely appreciate you. Share this to your feed. It doesn't matter when you watch this because somebody on your feed may need to see this information. I just gave ways that anybody can start building their credit for it. Pretty much nothing, right? And if you decide to do it yourself with credit repair hacks, they are actually repairing your credit for less than $180 in 6 months, right? So go check out that link. I appreciate everybody for joining. If you have any other further questions, do me a favor and leave me a DM. I would love to answer your questions. You can even leave a comment right under this live, and I will answer your questions. I'll check it a couple of times a day. I appreciate it. Peace, love, and light to your life. I'll talk to y'all later.